What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel, My Cosmic Life. I am your girl, So Cosmic. Today we are going to do a divine feminine, divine masculine energy check-in for those of you who identify on being on a twin flame journey. We're just going to check in and see where the feminine and the masculine is at energy-wise, energetic-wise, okay? Whether you're, in union, in separation. It usually shows up as being in separation, to be honest with you, but we're going to check that out today. Welcome back to all my subscribers. If you have not subscribed, if this message happens to resonate with you, I do hope that you subscribe, like the video, and share it to your social media platforms. Everything you guys need to know about me is down below in the description box. Check me out on all my social medias. That's linked below. If you see a deck that I use that you're interested in purchasing, I have those linked down below as well. You can purchase those through the link. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It just helps support me in a very small way, and I would appreciate that. So today we'll be using 3 different decks. Today we'll be using the Modern Witch tarot deck for the feminine side. We'll be using the Radiant Wise Spirit deck for the masculine side, and the Santa Muerte Tarot, Book of the Dead deck for the mutual energy, okay? And also we'll get some Twin Flame Oracle. And you can get that on Etsy. There's no affiliate link for that, but it's on Etsy, but that's also linked down below if I'm not mistaken. But if you can't find it with the link, you can just look it up. But I did purchase this off of Etsy if I'm not mistaken. So that's what we'll be using today. So let's get into your reading, my loves. We'll start off with the feminine today. We did the masculine last time. We'll look at the overall energy, the challenges, the desires, the actions. We'll look at the mutual energy and the potential outcome, okay, for the immediate future. See what we have for the feminine. What is the overall energy for the feminine? And I like to use 3 separate decks just to kind of centralize the energy for each of those energies, all right? What is the overall energy for the feminine? Overall energy for the feminine. We have Death in reverse. Alright, feminines that are watching, and you'll hear me say he and she just only because, it's easier for me to identify he with feminine and he with masculine and her with feminine. You can be on either side. These energies can be interchangeable. You could be, more in the masculine. You could be the masculine as a feminine in your connection. So put on the shoes that fit is what I always say, okay? So on the feminine side, we have Death in reverse for the overall energy. So this is being in the energy of not able to let something go, something needing to die and not being able to let it go. I feel like this is a degree of sabotaging yourself, okay, with this 5 of Swords under the deck. Needing to get a new perspective and look at this from a different angle on why you're unable to let this connection go with the masculine, all right? We'll continue, we'll clarify, but let's continue. What is the challenge? That's your overall energy. The challenge is the 10 of Pentacles. Now for some of you feminines, you're stuck in a marriage. And maybe that's the challenge. You're stuck in a marriage, or let me just clarify this, disclaim this really quick. I do not advocate for divorces and ending family situations if you can work it out. Your situation is unique, and you would know whether or not it's worth, working on, staying in, and all of that stuff. But when we are talking about divine counterparts and coming into union. There's usually challenges that exist in actually coming into union, and sometimes you only come into union to see and mirror each other so you can build and grow in those aspects, and then you separate and move on and go on to be in, you know, healthy soulmate connections, because the twin flame journey is not one for the faint at heart, period. So feminine, your overall energy again is the death in reverse, unable to let something go, something not ending, something maybe needing to end. And the challenge is this 10 of Pentacles. Maybe you are already in a marriage or some type of long-term commitment with someone, or in another connection where you've built, you know, something long-term, a family foundation with someone. Perhaps the challenge is wanting that with the divine masculine, and wanting to take your cup somewhere else, or have someone come and fill your cup, you know, with this Knight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you're really attracted to your masculine, obviously, and that's the challenge. So you're unable to let something go. Again, for some of you, it is letting go of the idea of coming into union or having some type of long-term foundation, or, you know, coming into union with that masculine. And others, it's getting out of an existing connection that you're already in. Kind of played out the same way with the masculine last reading. I'll tag that so you guys can go back and look at it. But let's keep moving and see what the desires are. What are the desires for the feminine? What are the desires for the feminine? We have the Knight of Pentacles. So wanting to take something slow, have some type of slow action towards something, wanting to build something solid and stable, and doing that in a slow, practical type of way. Wanting action, but needing time in implementing that action. And again, for some of you, I feel like you may already be in a connection, and you're unable to do that right now. So you're wanting to take things slow. So let's look at what action you will take. What action will the feminine take? We have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is very different from the Knight of Pentacles. While the Knight of Pentacles, this is what you desire. You want to take things slow, but the action is to rush in and do something quickly. Okay, wanting to take immediate action towards your options. Now, some of you may be deciding, you know, because you can't be in union with your masculine, you're going to take action towards the different options. You may start to get out and date with this Knight of Wands, you know, really being adventurous and confident with yourself. I saw the Queen of Wands pop up. I didn't say anything, but again, feeling how attractive you are and just being really brave and confident in what it is that you want to seek after. And this Knight of Wands is very much that type of energy, just exploring that freedom to kind of be single and date and do your own thing, and looking at the options out there, kind of dating and stuff like that. Yeah, so let's trying to find my decks around here. Let's look at the masculine and see what's going on with the masculine. Again, we'll clarify some of all of this, but let's get all of the energy down on the table first. What is the overall energy for the masculine? Please show the overall energy for the masculine. Let's get one more. All right. The overall energy for the masculine. We have the Nine of Pentacles. So masculine might be out here, Queen of Cups, just loving on himself, being single, kind of enjoying that to some degree. But he is in the energy of choosing. We have the Lover's card here as well. We have the Seven of Swords that popped out, and the Three of Wands. Judgment under the day. I think the masculine is coming to some type of realization. Okay, he's ready to raise something from the dead. For a lot of you, this is someone that your masculine, you've come into union, you separated, weren't able to get the connection off the ground, which is, you know, typical in a twin flame connection, for various reasons. Someone's usually already in a connection, sometimes attached to a karmic. Could be distance, could be age difference, could be religious backgrounds that are kind of preventing things from coming in to union when it comes to the masculine and the feminine counterparts. But the masculine here is, he's Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. Like, he's really loving on himself, being single, really getting his emotions in check, getting in touch with himself emotionally. But we have the Lover's card showing up here, okay? So, and with this Judgment under the deck, it's like there's this inner calling for him to make a choice in love, okay? And he's kind of looking, and again, that's a distance. This is a waiting card. And we also have Temperance under the deck as well. There's some patience that has been needed in maybe coming back in connection. But he's answering a call. He's going to cast judgment on this situation and perhaps make a choice with this Lover's card, and maybe look towards the future. Doesn't mean it's going to be with the feminine, but there's a choice, because free will is always at play. Now with this Seven of Swords in reverse, I feel like this is the masculine, you know, masculine, you know, if you're watching masculine, this is you, again, maybe listening to this inner calling, maybe not lying to yourself anymore, or this is also, you know, putting down the need to be deceptive within this connection with the feminine. There could have been some deception in the past if you actually came in to, you know, where you guys came into union briefly, or however briefly it was, and needing to heal things with this Temperance card, because there was some lying, there was some deception, there was a lot of lust, maybe something toxic in the past, okay? It's a lot of cards for the masculine's overall energy. He wanted to say that. Okay, so let's look at the challenge for the masculine. What is the challenge for the masculine? We have the Sun wanting to pop out in reverse. Let's keep going. What's the challenge? The High Priestess and the Chariot. Under the deck, we have the Six of Wands. So the challenge for the masculine is, okay, masculine, you are wanting to move on. You wanting to have some type of forward movement, wanting victory and success. And maybe the challenge is using your intuition. Again, we saw the Judgment card, so there's some type of prompting, inner calling, prompting the masculine to do something, to make a choice with that Lover's card, okay? But the challenge is, you know, masculine, are you going to listen to your intuition? Is the masculine going to listen to their intuition and move forward and get victory somewhere? They're taking the time, sweet time, to kind of think on that with that Four of Swords before making any moves. Let's see, what is the desire? What does the masculine desire? We have King of Swords in reverse. Eight of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. The Fool. Two of Wands. I feel like the King of Swords in reverse, as far as the masculine's desires, this is the King, maybe, again, I feel with the Queen of Cups in the masculine's overall energy, this is the masculine getting in touch with his emotions, with their emotions, okay? And that King of Swords in reverse, as far as the desires, is like saying to me, not wanting to be cold, wanting to come out of this cold and detached, not wanting to be detached from the feminine, and work on the connection. And learn a new way to build in this connection and take this leap of faith, looking towards the future on what path they're going to take as far as a new opportunity goes, and having the strength and courage to do that in order to have this new beginning. That's what I feel like What action? Let's see. Let me shuffle. I'm being prompted to shuffle. What action will the masculine take? So we have the Two of Swords in reverse and the Two of Wands upright. So the action, I feel like this is the masculine coming out of indecision and making choosing a path. Okay, going to make a path. They're being prompted. We saw the Judgment card and that the Judgment and the Lovers. They're being prompted to make a choice. The masculine, you're being prompted to make a choice. And this is like coming out of indecision, seeing what's right in front of you and choosing a path with that Two of Wands. Again, not wanting to be detached. This is the desire. Not wanting to be detached, cold and detached. Being in tune with the emotions of what this connection means. But the challenge is actually listening to that inner calling with that Judgment card and the High Priestess knowing intuitively that it's time to move forward with some willpower and determination. This is fast moving determination too. Wanting a new beginning. There's that Judgment again, but this is a burden. They're carrying this burden. I do feel like for some the masculine may already be in a connection as well. So that Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Cups could be, the masculine wanting to be single, but already in a connection with the Queen of Cups energy. And that Seven of Swords in reverse is no longer wanting to be deceptive about needing to make this choice with that Lover's card, looking towards the future with the Three of Wands. So let's look at the mutual energy here. Let's see what we have. What is the overall energy for the masculine and the feminine mutually? What is the mutual energy here? What is the mutual energy? One more. What is the mutual energy? So we have the Moon and the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Swords. It's interesting because I'm getting that both the masculine and the feminine are already in connections, and you may not be in a connection, but mutually there's like this fear of working together, not being able to work together. Maybe even hiding the fact that you're still wanting to work on this connection. Knight of Swords. I feel like there is some anger that's maybe lingering here as well, because you're not able to work together right now. And this is the end of a cycle with this World card. Let's look at the potential outcome for the immediate future. What is the potential outcome for the immediate future? We have the Queen of Swords and Temperance. Six of Pentacles under the deck. So Queen of Swords, Temperance in the immediate future. I feel like this is, a certain level of boundaries still being implemented within this connection. A degree of still being a little bit of detached and maybe being a little icy cold, not wanting to work together because there's something here that we have the feminine wanting to take things slow. We have the masculine here kind of needing to make a choice, but the challenge is not being able to move forward using his intuition. And this outcome with this Queen of Swords, Temperance, it's like there's still going to be some timing involved here. both using logic in this connection, in this situation, and just kind of waiting things out with that patient, or having patience with this Temperance card, kind of needing some more healing. With that Six of Pentacles under the deck, wanting, you know, things to be balanced. I do feel like both, of course, don't want to be in union unless things can be balanced, things can be given and taken evenly with that Six of Pentacles under the deck. There's that Queen of Cups showing up again. So again, you both getting in touch with your emotions, having compassion for yourself and nurturing yourself. There's that Knight of Pentacles showing up again. Things are going to move kind of slow here. All right, let's kind of clarify on the feminine side. We've got a lot of cards on the masculine. I'm not going to do too much clarifying over there, but let's get some clarification on the feminine side. This overall energy, the Death in reverse, so it's not letting go of something, not allowing something to end here. What is this Death in reverse? Show me Death in reverse. Hermit. You're taking a time out, feminine. The feminine's taking some time out, doing some deep self reflection, some introspecting here about how to let something go, and trying to get back to the happy place, and maybe really reflecting on the times with the masculine that were happy, and still being hopeful and wishful when it comes to this, having a degree of faith when it comes to something, of letting go of the situation, knowing that, you know, you need to walk away. You need to take your emotions and detach from this situation. There's Temperance again. So there is, you know, knowing that in divine timing, having patience in this situation, you will be able to get to this happy place. There will be this ability to let this thing die and let it go. It doesn't mean you won't come back into union. It's just, you know, as you complete a cycle with that World card, you know, it's an ending, and you have to be able to let things go in order for new cycles to start. So let's look at your challenge, this Ten of Pentacles. Why is that the challenge? Maybe the challenge is you wanted this to be your long-term, and you're unable to have this long-term with your counterpart. Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. Challenge. Again, I feel like we saw that come up earlier with that Knight of Wands. It's about going out dating, looking at your options. So your challenge may be, how do you start to look at the different options of not being in some type of long-term commitment? Even if you're already in a connection with someone that you're married to or have established some type of long-term foundation with, what are your options moving forward? So that's your challenge. Three of Pentacles. How do you build and work with someone? Whether those are options outside of an existing connection, or what are your options on building and having teamwork with your counterpart, and coming into union? For some, you are married, okay? For some of you, you are already in a connection, already in union. And how do you get to your happy place? How do you stop deceiving yourself? Maybe how do you stop deceiving, who you're in a connection with? There is some mirroring going on here, okay? We're talking about counterparts. And so that's what you're designed to do. Your souls mirror each other. So let's look at your desire. Your desire is the Knight of Pentacles, wanting to take things slow. It's slow action. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? So we have Five of Pentacles, the Page of Wands. So you desire to slowly come out of the code and be able to explore, your freedom. Again, I really do feel for some of you, you're already in a connection. You desire to have your freedom, to be curious about what's out there for you, to go out and be adventurous, seeking out your passions and being creative about what inspires and sparks your interest after some type of heartbreak. Okay, you're holding on to some of you. You're holding on to the idea of being in union with your counterpart, which that's fine. However, life keeps moving. You have to keep moving. Okay, you have to keep moving and learning these lessons, letting things go, being able to surrender to what the universe has when it comes to these cycles, surrendering to allowing the cycles to end, getting the lessons from the heartbreak, and continue to live life to its fullest, and trusting and believing that if it's meant to be, it will come back around. Okay, let's look at the Knight of Wands. This is the action you will take. I do feel like you're going to get to that point. You're going to get to that point. Yeah, we have the Three of Wands. But again, that is a degree of waiting. A lot of mirroring. We have Three of Wands on the masculine side too. But your action is, I feel like you're eventually gonna take action and go towards what the horizon, what ships can come in for you. Looking at those options, looking at new opportunities for love, and building there. Seeing things for the truth. Looking at the truth and getting new love. Getting that clarity about what it means to have new love. Okay, and that means to go out and date and find yourself in that aspect. So let's clarify on the masculine side here. The masculine has a choice. They have a choice. I feel like they're trying to come out of the energy of deceiving themselves and maybe deceiving a partner that they may already be in a connection with, maybe deceiving you as the feminine or deceiving the feminine. What's the overall energy here? And looking towards the horizons themselves. You guys could be at a distance for sure. What is this? Overall energy for the masculine. Tower and the Page of Cups. Yeah, I feel like the masculine is gonna have to make a choice about seeking out and exploring where they're gonna take their cup. And when it comes to this choice, it's going to cause a tower moment for whoever they're with or in a connection with. But this could also be that judgment causing them a tower moment. Them coming to this sudden realization that I have to make this choice. I have to go towards my feminine with this Chariot card. That's their challenge. High Priestess, to listen to their intuition and go towards their feminine. The Magician, manifesting how they're going to do this. It's a challenge for them. The challenge, whether or not they continue to invest where they're at. But there's that judgment again. The challenge is listening to this inner calling on what a new beginning looks like. Having the patience and knowing the perfect timing to do that. There's going to be an ending. They're going to cause pain in a connection that they're already in. There's going to be some type of painful ending in order to get this new beginning with the feminine and get back to this happy space, taking that leap of faith. Okay? This is the current energy. Remember, free will is always at play, so it can change. It could change. But the desires here, what are the desires? King of Swords in reverse. Again, I feel like the masculine does want to detach or come out of this energy of being detached from the feminine. Yep. The masculine wants to come out of an energy of being cold and detached. He wants to come out of being emotionally unavailable and maybe even a little bit manipulative with how he has been treating the connection and wants his Empress. He wants to begin a fertile beginning, have a fertile beginning, or have something abundant with the Empress. A new beginning. I feel like he's learning things about himself, and he's ready to oppose, whatever stands in his way when it comes to getting to what makes him happy with that Nine of Cups. Again, for some, the masculine is definitely in a connection. Let's look at the action that the masculine will take. I ended up clarifying all of it, but that's okay. What action will the masculine take? Two of Swords in reverse, Two of Wands upright, Hierophant. Coming out of a state of indecision, choosing a path. Maybe get into that higher level of commitment with the feminine. Again, this is like indicative of those cultural backgrounds differences, the religious background differences, maybe staying in some type of traditional way of doing things, facing the truth, having clarity about what action that the masculine is going to take. The masculine has clarity about it. It does stress them out. There has been some stressing out about it, and knowing that there's that mirroring. Eight of Cups again showed up on the feminine side, needing to emotionally detach from something in order to have victory and success in the connection or somewhere in order to get this wheel to turn. But it takes courage. It takes a lot of strength and discipline to do that. So let's clarify this mutual energy, and then we'll get some twin flame oracle cards. This Moon and this Eight of Pentacles, I feel like both mutually, the feminine and the masculine, are hiding the fact that they are keeping it secret, that they want to work together, or pretending that they don't want to work together with that Eight of Pentacles in reverse. What is this? Eight of Pentacles reverse, Eight of Pentacles reverse, Moon card. What is this mutual energy? Page of Swords. Yeah, I feel like you guys are just watching each other on social media, trying to keep tabs of one another. Yeah, Six of Cups under the deck. Just really ruminating over those past memories. Okay, strong connection here. Strong connection here. Feeling lots of loss and regret. Lots of loss and disappointment, sadness when it comes to this, past soulmate type energy with that Six of Cups, Five of Cups, and wanting some forward movement, wanting some communication. And that's the doggone truth right there, wanting to begin this new cycle. The World card, I feel like you both have learned a lot from being in separation. So let's look at the potential outcome for the immediate future. We have the Queen of Swords and Temperance again. Both of you may still continue to be a little bit detached here, having certain boundaries because of whatever. Three of Swords we saw on the feminine side, so some heartbreak, some heartache, fighting this connection, trying to get some healing here with that Temperance card, but kind of waiting on the perfect time. What is the Queen of Swords, Temperance? We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So yeah, there's not a beginning. There's timing involved here with this new beginning, and Two of Cups under the deck on how you guys are going to choose partnership and have this forward movement in order for you to start a new cycle. There's still some more reflecting, some going inward to get these answers on how you guys are going to do that. Could be another Tower moment for you both. Okay, realizing that perhaps there's certain actions that need to be taken in order to have this new beginning, but it's in reverse right now. Okay, it's in reverse, but you both love each other. This is soulmate stuff. This is twin flame stuff. We saw the Four of Wands show up. We have the Lovers here. We have the Six of Cups. Definitely soulmate type energy here. Okay, that's what we're trying to tap into for sure. So let's get some twin flame oracle cards. Let's look at the feminine side. messages do we have for the feminine? So we have observe and denial. Okay. Ego under the deck. Again, like I said from the beginning, I said there's something that the feminine is unable to let go of. Okay, really not able to let go of the fact maybe that they want to be in connection really bad with the masculine, and they're unable to let go, but they're needing to go within, perhaps doing that reflection and realizing they need to go in. Observe. We have social media fascination, curiosity, watching from a distance. Again, I said the Page of Swords here. You're both probably watching each other on social media, observing from a distance, really keeping tabs on the masculine. I feel like this is your ego that is bruised, okay? That's keeping you from being able to let this go. There's a sense of rejection that I'm getting. Denial, knowing you need to let this go. Repressed emotions, rejection, unable to see below the surface. And that's where that Hermit is, going in to get below the surface, really doing that introspecting to realize that life has to go on. In order to have these new beginnings, you have to keep making decisions, letting things go, surrendering to the universe, allowing timing to be on your side, letting the universe work behind the scenes, your angels, your ancestors, whatever you identify with. Just know that there are things working on your behalf behind the scenes that you can't see, but you have to keep the wheel turning. You have to keep making positive actionary decisions towards the future, and can't stay stuck on what could have been, what you think ought to be, that type of thing. Okay, so with the masculine, let's see what we have for the masculine. Because the masculine, he's been prompted to do the same thing. He's been prompted to do the same thing. If you identify with the masculine, you're being prompted to do the exact same thing. Okay, make these choices. There are certain actions that you have to make in order to see things go in a certain direction for you. So we have karmic partner, and we have loss. Loss of self-identity, discover your true self again. Karmic partner, conventional relationship, duty bound, societal conventions. And this could be in this action card. The masculine, may decide to stay within a union. And they could be with a karmic partner. It doesn't have to be, but they could already be in some type of connection where they're in union with someone. We do have the Empress here. That could indicate someone that they have children with, that type of thing. But I do feel like, this inner calling, this intuition with the High Priestess judgment that shows up, this lovers, like, they know. The masculine knows, okay? If you're the masculine, you know who the feminine is to you. You know that there has to be a choice. What choice you're going to make is, completely dependent upon you. Again, there's free will here. Stuck. Someone's stuck in a situation. I said that from the beginning too. And I don't like to say stuck, but it is, you feel stuck. Someone feels stuck already in a situation, okay? Block, third party, silence, barrier. Shift your focus to clear the energy, okay? So let's look at the mutual. Let's get two more for the mutual, and then we'll wrap it up. Free will. And settling in reverse. Settling, scarcity, insecurity, lack of faith, believe that you deserve the best. It's in reverse. I do feel like someone in this connection is going to realize that maybe they have been settling for the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or settling in a connection that they're already in, and they're going to come out of that. Free will is, choices, decisions, contact, inaction. Action cannot be forced. Again, everyone has free will in this situation. How this is going to play out is completely dependent upon free will. All right, but you have to make choices. You have to, enact on your ability to choose, and those choices have, you know, causes and effects. Divine timing. I've been saying that. Patience, perseverance, peace, trust that divine knows when. Temperance, we saw that show up a couple times. So make choices and just know that in divine timing, things are going to work out how they're supposed to work out. Things are working behind the scenes, all right? And being at a crossroads, all right? You guys are at a crossroads, both you feminine and you masculine, and you have to make some choices when it comes to your free will, whether it's to, you know, go out and explore new opportunities in love, look at your options, not necessarily not worry about your counterpart, but, you know, put it to the side and know that life goes on and what is supposed to happen will happen. And that is what I have for you, my lovely bugs. If it resonates, please, you know, leave me some feedback in the comments. Like and subscribe, hit that bell so you guys get the notifications. I'm gonna try to do these every month, and that's what I have for you, my loves. Come back, I'll see you next time. Bye.